2023 All Progressive Congress react to controversies on Tinubu's wealth and medical fitness. Welcome to the news and please subscribe to our channel. Oladejo also claimed Tinubu made his niece a Republican and had been moving around since returning from the medical trip. Concerning Tinubu's fitness, can somebody remind these people that we're not just talking about his physical health? Can somebody just remind them that we're not just talking about his physical health, we're talking about his mental health, we're talking about his psychological health, everything that has to do with him. We need somebody who is agile enough for that position. In fact, for anybody to come out and say, even those who are disabled can run the country. Yes, they're disabled but they're not sick. They're disabled but they're not old. Because now what the supporters of Tinubu are doing, they'll come out and say, even so country, that they actually have presidents that are paralyzed. They'll give instances and you're saying no problem. See, if you have somebody who is young, who knows that his disability is not a disability, has found an ability in a disability, I tell you of a fact, that person is 100 times better off than someone. Is 100 times better than someone who is actually old. When I say old, I don't even mean ordinary physical old. We don't mean ordinary physical old. We mean mentally that person cannot perform well. Who builds a company and at the end of the day gets somebody who is actually old to run it for him when he is retiring? Like you have built a company, it is your legacy. You are putting so much work into this company, you and your workers, you and your partners. And at the end of the day, you hand it over to someone who is much older than you. So it is going to be a great disservice to ourselves that we know that this particular man, physically, he's not well. Have you seen him speak recently? He's already making some blunders. I know nobody's above mistake, but I want to believe that if you're coming out to campaign, that there are things that you just done for yourself. You're prepped for this thing. Somebody who is not prepped for something as little as a campaign, I don't see how that person is also going to be prepped for within the country. Please, if you feel your favorite is the most competent, can you get how, if you're somebody who can do it, can you get him to tell you the plans he has for Nigeria? And then you beat your chest that he will not read you rhymes. When I mean nursery rhymes, I mean rhymes like I'll make $1 to ₦1. I'll make the insecurity in Nigeria disappear within 6 to 9 months. I will create job for 50 million people. See, no. All those things will actually, they are rhymes. We have been hearing that since, I don't know, I've been hearing that since when I was young, like when I was very little. And it's the same way. We need somebody who will come out and tell us, look, Nigeria has been on this particular policy for years, and it can be traced, or Nigerians' inability to be progressive, her economy is not progressive because of this and this kind of policy. We need this one and this one policies, and this is the reason because this policy that Nigeria is using, this particular country has used it before, and this one that we are projecting, this country, people who are, the roadmap of whatever they want to do is with us, as in, they make it clear for you to see. When you want to pitch an idea, or maybe you want to pitch an idea to an investor of a particular company to invest in your product or invest in your services, you pitch their idea and make it like the person should know that you know what you're doing. You're convinced this will work. You have ideas that actually are the attributes of the kind of candidates we need. Stay with us to news in detail. The All Progressive Congress APC has responded to those criticizing the national leader of the party, Bola Tinubu 2023 presidential ambition, citing his age, sources of wealth, and medical fitness. According to Lagos APC spokesman Shaya Oladejo, Tinubu's age, education, and wealth are not controversial as Nigerians make them appear. He noted that the former Lagos State Governor that Tinubu had the support of 1,800 groups, adding that his opponent should state the fact rather than escort him to blackmail. Oladejo said this in a statement on Tuesday. He partly said it is very interesting that those in the position certainly have access to Asiwaju's medical record and they still become the authority on the state of health. Tinubu's movement to different parts of the country in the last few months showed that is medically fit. Oladejo also claimed Tinubu made his knee surgery public and had been moving about since returning from the trip. The publicity secretary stressed that the aspirant's wealth could not be weighed in monetary value. His wealth should be measured by the goodwill and image he has by building men who are willing to play the part at a time like this. These men are like spread over Nigeria. He is not being forced on us all. He is not being thrown up by circumstances to run for the office. He's not being forced, but they are making it look as if they are seeing the things we are pointing out as critics. This is where Nigerian has, as in where I have problem. Yes, I want to say yes, that I understand that some people are very extreme. What am I saying? Some people are extreme in their critique. Even though I'm a fan of critique, a kind of feedback, and at the end of the day, you get to understand better how things work. If you're somebody and maybe you sell a product or you offer a service and nobody have ever criticized you, sincerely, you're not going to experience growth. It is either you are at the same place or you have not made much progress. That is just it. So Nigerians are coming out to say, in this your most preferred candidate, this is what we are saying that is not okay. I'm not about the wealth. Me, I'm about medically and his age-wise. This man is already saying things and he's coming out to apologize. Why? The present administration, we are seeing the effect and we are seeing the disadvantage, or will I say the merit of his health and his age on the kind of administration he's having. Let me tell you that I stand to be corrected. But I know of a fact that some policies that have been signed into law or that have been projected onto Nigerians, that the president is unaware of them. To be very sincere. But it's somebody who at the end of the day is going to be able to say, oh, these are the policies. When he sees the policies, maybe the National Assembly or the legislative arm of government have drafted out, he says, no, this one will not benefit, the people will not benefit from it. So no. Somebody that will not be easily coerced. Somebody who will challenge status quo. Somebody who is going to be held accountable. And he's not going to frown at it because he knows that really he has to be accountable. Somebody who will not go there and allow favoritism and nepotism to take over the place of merit. All these things are what we want. And we cannot get them if they keep saying our feedback as critic. They should also know that any position you're coming out for, just be prepped that you're going to be thick-skinned, because the critics or the criticism is surely going to come. Okay, on this note, we've come to the end of the news. We say thank you for tuning in to listen. Until I come your way next time, enjoy the rest of your day.